everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I am planning in my big memory planner from October 6th to the 12th. I have a ton of pictures for this week because as normal, I feel like whenever I don't have a lot of pictures, I don't have, and then the weeks that I wasn't expecting to have a lot of pictures, I have a billion. So I already went in and I made an extra page. We celebrated a friend that is getting married. And so I already made an extra page because I was just like, I just need to get this done. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit all of them in here. So I just made a little extra page that I'll insert in here. It's not going to match the spread, which usually I do a thing to match it. But I was like, I just want to use something simple. So I used printable stickers from Planet Darby for the flowers, and then I just took some cardstock that's like a color, and then some other cardstock that I have just laying around to frame all my pictures, and then just some boxes for a little bit of journaling because I'll probably journal about the other stuff that happened over the weekend. But yeah, so anyway, I had to make a little extra page to stick in here because we have like pretty much all of these are flip book moments. Like we have a lot of pictures that we got to get down. So before we can start anything, I think I'm going to just focus on getting these pictures down, getting flip books down, getting all the things down because there's a lot happening in here. And for whatever reason, as normal, we just did all the things and have 10 billion pictures. I did want to put at least one picture from the girls' night on here in case for some reason that extra page gets lost and I don't know where it goes. Now I'll have a picture so I can kind of remember like, oh yeah, that was from, that week. And then I don't have to stress about that as much. And then I am going to go in with some scraps. These are from Planet Darby. These are brown brick. These are new and they are so stinking pretty, but we're going to go in with that because I'm going to go in with Fall Love from Live Love Posh, and we're going to use some of this set, not a lot because I clearly don't have a lot of room to do anything in here, but I'm going to try my best to get as much as I can. So I am going to put my brick in just because I feel like I just really wanted to use scraps, and I really wanted to use these ones because they are so pretty. So I'm going to lay these in first, and then we'll continue on with laying down. I still have to do my glitter. I did not forget, but I do want to get these laid down because I think I'm just going to end up having to layer on a lot of these in order to even be able to see them. So I'm just going in and I'm going to lay some of this brick down because I can always layer directly on top of it. I can put more pictures on there. Okay, good. I have so many pictures. Like I still have pictures that I set aside because I was like, oh, I don't have room. But if I'm making this a flip moment, I can stick some pictures on the back of that. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll stick those in there somewhere too. I just have 10 billion pictures. There's so much going on. I'm like, how does this always happen? Okay, I'm taking this like champagne kind of colored washi tape, glitter washi, and I'm going to add this up at the top. We'll start there and whoop, add that in here because there's no flip books happening on. Well, there's this one, but there's none happening at the top. So let me get these pictures down while I'm thinking about it. While we are here, I think I'm going to be okay. I've started coloring again. I bought all of these coloring books. I probably bought like 10 coloring books, and I bought the Ohuhu like markers, and I've been like, I'm going to color. And then like I just literally abandoned it and never colored. And so now my husband has been home doing a lot of homework down in the office that I revamped for him while he was gone. And so now I'm like, okay, now I can color because he's down there. And now it's like my way of like spending time with him without talking. And so like I go down there and color, and it's been so nice because I'm like, man, I really enjoy coloring. And we could have been doing this whole time. So it's been really nice to be able to spend time together. But now I'm actually using, the stuff that I bought months ago. Like I'm talking, I think I started buying the sticker books like back in April. And I literally just like I probably colored a few times in them, and then I didn't touch them ever again. So I've been really enjoying coloring because it's something I've been wanting to do, and I love to color. It's just like I feel like I don't have time. But now that he's doing a lot of homework, I'm like, okay, maybe that's just going to be my coloring time, and I am okay with that. So I think that's what I'm going to use that time that he's doing stuff for, is for some coloring. Okay, I'm sticking in a little flip book moment real quick. Me and Amber got some time together last week, so I'm just adding in those pictures there. And then we got to add in this top flip book before I can put my glitter down. So we took Nay to the speakeasy bar that we usually go to for date nights. They've started to do like a brunch time where like you can bring your kids, because they do a lot of things that like kids would like. So right now they have Jurassic Park as one of them, and Nay is obsessed with dinosaurs. So we thought she would have a blast going to this one. So we took her, and she thought it was so cool to see all the decorations because they go full out. So of course we took 10 billion pictures while we were there. We also went to a pumpkin patch. It was just a very busy weekend. It's always, I feel like we always do this to ourselves. We always have like a jam-packed weekend right before we're about to go on a trip. And then I'm always just like stressed out. So that's fun. But at this time that we are talking, this time this video is up, we are at Disney. So I'm just trying to remember that things will get better. Okay, so I'm adding my pictures in here so I have them. Just add those family. Okay, so that's the only one going at the top. So now I can go in and add my glitter washi tape, which will also kind of help hold that down a little bit better. So I'm going to stick that in here. Okie dokie. And then I think that picture is going to stay up at the top. Oh gosh, I feel like when I have this many pictures, it just takes so long to get to the actual decorating portion. Like it just takes forever. Okay, I'm going to set those. I think I have to do this one first. So I'm kind of keeping all the family. We did like a lot of like with Nay and then as like a family. So I'm kind of trying to keep a lot of those, a lot of the family ones on the top. But we just have so many pictures. Like this is taking forever. Okie dokie. And I also just like have such a hard time deciding, like when I'm sending in my pictures to be printed, I have such a hard time being like, oh, I don't need to have that picture in my memory plan. Like I just want every single picture. So then I send all of the pictures and then I have to make myself decide later, which I feel like is much harder than if I just like decided before I send them in. Because a lot of times I get a lot of pictures and then I don't end up using all of them, which is, you know, good and not good. Okay, I did realize I probably should have put this one down before I put that one down. So now I gotta figure that out. I think if I lay these in here like this, these are just like cute pictures of Nay. Nay being Nay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay these down because it is what it is at that point. So they're gonna be underneath my flip book that I'm about to make. And then kind of have to figure out how to actually get it in there. We take the same picture every single year. We've gone for the last couple of years. I didn't notice, usually we get the full truck. We didn't get the full truck in the pictures, which is okay. But I'm like, bummer. But it's in the same spot that it always is. So I'm like, maybe the stuff in the background will make it easier to tell where we are. Maybe that will help. But we do take the same picture every year. My husband tried to talk me out of taking that picture, and then I was like, no. I was like, this is the one thing. I was like, this is the only reason why I came. I wanted my picture in our same spot, because then I'm hoping, I need to find the other ones, but I want to put them all together because I just like doing that kind of stuff, and I think it'll be fun. Okay, I think that's okay. It's only overlapping on that picture a little bit, which is fine. So now I have that little flip book moment. And then we have one more flip book to do. And then I'll have all my pictures down. But there was just so many. Yeah, we just took so many pictures. One would argue too many pictures. And my husband's gotten better at being like, let me take a picture of this. Let's do pictures of this. Hold this. Do this. Take a picture of this. Like, he's doing a lot better with that too. So it's also his fault why we have 10 billion pictures. Because if it was just my pictures, we probably honestly wouldn't have half of these. So I am thankful for him making sure I got my picture moments. So that was very nice of him. Okay, so I'm going to put this flip book kind of in the middle of that. And then we'll put my pictures on top. Okay, so now we can decorate around it. But before I decorate, I feel like I really need to do functional first. Otherwise, I'm not going to be a happy camper. I just know myself. I'm not going to be happy if I don't have room to write anything. So now I get to decide what colors I want to use. I think I'm going to go with some browns. So I'm pulling out autumn boxes for some of the browns. I feel like I want some. Ooh. There is some like pretty green in here. There is blue. And of course, orange. I like the taupey color, so I'm also going to pull out Autumn 2.0. And then I think I'm going to pull out pastel journaling boxes. And I'm actually going to go a little bit brighter with the coral red color because I feel like that's actually a really pretty color compared to some of the other colors in here. So I'm going to go in and just start adding in a couple of boxes for some, for some journaling. I'm not going to have a ton of room for journaling, but I do want to try to put in what I can. I'm going to go with this more like taupey brown color from Autumn. Let's see. What else do I want? Maybe just some fun boxes. Stick those in there. Maybe stick one more of this color, and then I'm going to move on to a different shade of brown. I'm going to go darker because I do have a darker brown. I'm going to add that in here as well. Just all the spots for some journaling. Let's do this one here. And okay, let's start with that and let's get in some decoration. And then if I have room for more, then we can add more in here. But I do want to kind of leave a little bit of room for other things. And I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the, what is this called? Scraps. So I have a little bit more on this side because right now I don't really have any. So I just want to add some of those. Okay, so let's go in with some of these. I'm not going to be able to use, I think I'm going to save my corner pieces that I love so much, but I'm like, I just don't have a lot of room for corner stickers, and that's okay, but I don't have a lot of room. So I'm going to go with this flat piece though, because that's fine. It's like a little thing of leaves. And then we can add some of these decorations in here. Maybe some other flat pieces of the leaves. And of course, add some pumpkins. I don't know if there's this book. I don't think this book has quotes, so I am going to have to go hunt for some fall vibe quotes, which is okay. I am just going to go in with some of these. We also have leaves that can kind of be falling all over. I actually feel like this coral color goes so well with these. Good choices. Okay, I'm grabbing Amber Plants Her Day Fall Collections Volume 3. And we're turning to here for some quotes because this book has a lot of fall vibe quotes. Autumn is the season of my soul. And let's go find some more. Ooh, we can use this one. It says, "Take me to the pumpkin patch." We did. We went to the pumpkin patch. I'm going to put this, I'm just going to layer it on there because I don't really have a lot of space for it. But we actually went to the pumpkin patch. So I feel like that one works. Could stick a quote here. And I'm thinking like a tall quote over here too, if I can find one. So I'm just going through this book to find another tall vibe quote. Here we go. Here we go. That's good. Okay. Okay. I feel like it looks pretty decorated, even though I wasn't able to stick a lot of stuff in it. I feel like I still have things in here. It looks pretty decorated. Add some leaves that are falling. And mainly just adding some leaves over here to add more. I have even little bitty baby pumpkins that I can add over here. So add some of those little bitty pumpkins. Okay. I feel like it looks more decorated than I thought. Now, that being said, I could not use good majority of these stickers because they're just big, but that is okay. I feel like it still looks very decorated, and I have all of my flip book moments in here, and I feel like it worked out pretty well. So there we go. Again, I used Fall Love from Live Live Posh Fall Collections for the quotes, some autumn boxes and pastel journaling boxes. And yeah, and then of course I have my extra page that will also go in here that has all of the rest of my pictures, because I just didn't have room to be able to also journal for the week and have room for all of these pictures. And I wanted to include all of them because it was such a fun time. So I could also have this in here. That way I can see extra memories from that. But there we go, you guys. Make sure to check out my Instagram to see what this looks like all filled in and complete. I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!